Today we will be learning and understanding what is law of supply. So why do shopkeepers sell more when the prices go up, and why do they reduce the supply when the prices fall? In this video I'll explain the law of supply in the simplest way with the real life examples you will never forget. Welcome to Learn Easy Academy, where we simplify economics for everyone. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's start with the basic idea. The law of supply states that when the price of a goods increases, the quantity supplied also increases. And when the price of a good decreases, the quantity supplied also decreases. So in short we can remember here, in short, when the price increases, as per the law of supply, we can say when the price increases, the supply also increases. This is the law of supply. And when the price decreases, that means when the price falls, the supply also falls. Which means there is a direct relationship between price and supply. If price goes up, supply also goes up. When price goes down, supply also goes down. So let's take a simple real life example to understand the law of supply. Imagine you sell homemade cakes. If the price of one cake is $2, you may bake 10 cakes a day. If the price increases to $4, you will be motivated to bake 20 cakes. Why? What is the reason behind that? You should understand. I always tell to my students, don't memorize everything. Try to understand the concept. Once you understand, it is saved in your mind. You will never forget in your life. So imagine you sell homemade cakes. If the price of one cake is $2, you may bake 10 cakes a day. But if the price increases to $4, you will be motivated to bake 20 cakes. Why? The reason because higher the price, the profit will be higher. If the price is high, the profit will be high. If the price is less, the profit will be less. So when the price is high and the profit will be more, so you will increase your supply. You will sell more because you are getting more profit. This is what we are going to cover in law of supply. So first we will take and we will understand the concept of supply, meaning of supply. Supply refers to the amount of goods offered for sale in the market at a given price. Supply is different. Should be distinguished from stock. So here you should remember, supply and stocks are two different things. Now stock is the amount of goods which can be bought in the market for a sale at a short notice. Thus supply is the quantity which is actually bought in the market, but stock is the potential supply. Let us substantiate this with an example. So we'll try to understand this, the difference between supply and stock, with a simple example. Okay, so here you can see the example. A farmer produces 1000 kg of rice at a particular price he is willing to offer for sale, about 50 kg in the market. So a farmer is producing how much kg? A farmer is producing 1000 kg of rice, but he is willing to offer for sale about 500 kg in the market. He is selling only 500 kg. He is producing 1000 kg, but he is selling only 500 kg. So here the quantity which is offered for sale, how much he is selling? 500 kg. This 500 kg which he is offering for sale in the market is called as supply, whereas 10,000 kg which he has produced is called as stock. So stock is nothing but the total quantity of product or goods which is produced, and supply is the total quantity of goods which is offered for sale, which is sale in the market, which they are selling. So in our example, the farmer produces 1000 kg of rice, This is the stock. Out of this 1000, the farmer is selling 500 kg in the market. He is supplying 500 kg in the market. This is called as supply. Okay, understood? Let's move ahead. Now we will try to understand. We have understood what is supply. We will understand what is supply schedule. We will understand what is supply curve. And then we will move on to law of supply. So supply schedule, you can see supply schedule is nothing but the table. This is the table. This table is called as supply schedule or schedule. So first we are discussing about the supply schedule, individual supply schedule. Single, individual means single seller, single supplier. So what is supply schedule? Supply schedule represents the relationship between prices and quantity demanded. So what we are going to study here, it explains us the relationship between price, which is in dollars, and quantity supplied. See here in the table what we are mentioning, price and quantity supply. So supply schedule represents the relationship between price and quantity of goods supplied. It is a list of quantities supplied by producers at a different price. You can see the prices are different. It is not same. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 and $6. This is the price, different price. The quantity supplied is also different, 10, 15, 18, 24, 28, 35. So in our table, in our schedule shows the different prices. At different prices, what are the different quantities supplied? So it can be seen that when the price is $1, when the price is, just see it in the table, when the price is $1, the supply quantity supplied is 10. The quantity supplied is 10 units, and as the price increases, supply also increases. See, when the price increases from $1 to $2, supply also increases from 10 units to 15 units. When price increases from $2 to $3, the quantity supplied increases from 15 units to 18 units. Price increases to $4, the quantity supplied increases from 18 to 24. Price increases from $4 to $5, the quantity supplied increases to 28 from 24. And when the price is $6, the quantity supplied is 35. So here you can see there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. When the price increases, goes up, the quantity supply also increases. So this shows that supply and price of a commodity are directly related. Means there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. Always remember there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied, which I have already written before. Price means which if the price increases, the supply also increases, and when the price decreases, the supply also decreases. So what type of relationship? There is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. So from this table, now we will draw a graph, supply curve. What is a supply curve? Supply curve is nothing but it is a graph. Individual supply curve. Supply curve is a graphical representation. What is supply curve? Supply curve is a graph. It is a graphical representation of the supply schedule, the table which we have studied in the previous slide. So from that table we will draw a graph. So supply curve is the graphical representation of the supply schedule. A supply curve is shown in the figure. You can see in the x-axis. How do we draw? This is my x-axis. This is my x-axis. I have written here. This is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. In the next slide, I will show you how to draw the supply curve. So on my x-axis, I have taken the quantity supplied, and my y-axis, I have written the price. So you can see x-axis measures the quantity of goods supplied and y-axis measures the price of the commodity. Here I have mentioned price. SS is the supply curve. This is my supply curve, SS. Now when the price of a commodity is 15, when the price is 15, when the price of a commodity is 15, what happens? When the price is 15, the quantity demanded is 10. So we will draw, this is my combination, two combination only we have taken. When the price is 15, the quantity demanded is 10, and when the price rises, the price increases. When the price increases, the price increases to 30. You can see here, the price increases to 30, the supply also increases to 30. This is my A, this is my B. So what I do when I join this point, you see, now I am joining this A and B. So what is happening? My supply curve is moving upward. You can see my supply curve is moving upward towards the right. See, it is going, it is sloping upward towards the right. So SS is my supply curve, which is sloping upwards, which means that when the price increases, the commodity supply also increases. So it should be noted here that if the price of a good falls too much, producers refuse to supply any goods. Why? Because the price below which the seller refused to sell is called as a reserve price, because it will make a loss. So now we will just understand again how to draw the supply curve using the given data. You can see in the first column it is written price, and in the second column it is written quantity supplied. So how do we draw the supply curve? First we will draw like this. We will draw this line. Okay. So this is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. This is my origin O. On my x-axis I will write the quantity supplied. On my x-axis I write the quantity supplied, and on my y-axis I plot the price of a commodity. So simple, we will write here, what is this? Quantity supplied is 100, then 200, then it is 300, then it is 400. I'll extend it. Okay, then it is 550, and this is my 650. Here I will write down the price. Price is how much? 5. This is my 5. Then 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. Now what we will do, we will just join the lines. When the price is 5, the quantity supplied 100. We will give this A. When the price is 10, the quantity supplied is 20. When the price is 15, the supply is 300. When the price is 20, the supply is 400. When the price is 25, the supply is 550. And when the price increases to 300, it rises. The quantity demand is 650. Now what we will do? We will just join this point. See, my supply curve is moving upwards towards the right. We will give this number SS. So this is my supply curve. We can give this combination. This is my combination A. This is my combination B. This is my combination C. This is my combination D. This is my combination E, and this is my combination F. When I join all these points, I get the supply curve. So similarly, we will see the market supply. Market supply is the total amount of goods supplied at various price by all producers in a market is called market supply. A market supply schedule is shown as under. Let us assume that there are three sellers A, B and C. Three suppliers A, B and C. Their individual supply schedule is shown in column 2, 3 and 4. In this column 2, 3 and 4. This is their individual supply. Market supply is the sum. What do we say? Sum. Market supply is what? Market supply is a sum. Sum is nothing but what we do? We add. We add it. Means sum is nothing but it is a total. So how do we get the total? We add this thing. So market supply, you can see added A plus B plus C. So market supply is the sum of A, B and C supply of commodity. We find that the market supply schedule is also behaving in the same way as the individual supply of a commodity, which means at a higher price the supply is greater and at the lower price the supply is lower. You can see here, when the price of a commodity is 1, A is supplying 3, B is supplying 5 and C is supplying 8. So how do we get the market supply? We just add 3 plus 5 plus 8. So how much we get? 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. When the price is 2, the supply by A is 5, quantity supplied by B is 7, quantity supplied by C is 9. So how do we get the market supply? Just we do the sum, add 5 plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 21. So like this we add all those things. When the price is 4, supply is by A is 7, quantity supplied by B is 8, quantity supplied by C is 10. So we will add is 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 10 is equal to 25. Similarly, when the price increases to 10, you see quantity supplied by A is 15, quantity supplied by B is 16, we will add 15 plus 16 is 31 and quantity supplied by C is 18, we will add this. 31 plus 18 is 49. So this is my market supply. How do we get a market supply? We just add, we do the total, we add A plus B plus C. So here you can see it is behaving in the same manner. When the price is 1, the supply is 16. When the price increases to 10, the supply increases from 16 to 49. So here you can see when the price increases, the supply also increases. When the price decreases, supply also decreases, which shows that there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supply. So now we will move on to the law of supply. The law of supply states that other things remaining same, other things, which I will explain you in the next. Other things means income of the consumer should not change, only price should change. So the law of supply states that other things remaining same, as the price of a commodity rises, the supply also rises, and the price falls, the supply also falls. Diminishes means supply also falls. So here you can see when the price increase, the supply also increase. When the price decrease, supply also decrease. Thus, supply and price of a commodity has a direct or positive relationship. Remember, why? Because higher price, higher supply, lower price, lower supply. That is why it is called direct relationship. So according to Marshall, as the price rises, other things remaining same, the supply rises, and as the price falls, the supply also falls. So the law of supply is stated by Alfred Marshall. Similarly, now we are learning the law of supply, which I explained you before. So law of supply is explained through the supply schedule and supply curve. Here you can see we are writing here the prices of an apple. The prices of an apple. This is the price of an apple in dollars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quantity supplied 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can see when the price is 1, the quantity supplied is 5. When the price increases to 6, the quantity supplied also increases to 30. So here you can see the price is increasing, the supply is also increasing. So it is seen in the table that as the price of apple rises from $1 to $6, it increases from $1 to $6. The seller supplies apple from 5 units to 30 units. So when the price is 1, the supply is 5. When the price increases to 6, the supply also increases to 30. So thus the price and supply varies directly. There is direct relationship. With price increase, supply also increases. These factors, other factors should remain same. Other factors should remain same. Only price should change. What are the other factors? Income of the seller and the buyer, technology, cost of factors of productions, taxes and subsidies, prices of related goods, etc. This I will explain you. These are called as determinants of supply. This I will be explaining in my next video. So the figure 7.3 below shows the supply curve. This is a supply curve which is derived, which we have drawn from this table. So this supply curve we have drawn from this table. See, on x-axis we have written the supply, quantity supplied. On y-axis we have mentioned the prices. Then we have plotted down 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we have written the price 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just draw this. When the price is 1, the quantity supplied is 5. When the price increases to 2, the quantity is 10. Price increases to 3, quantity supplied increases to 15. Price increases to 4, supply increases to 20. Price increases to 5, supply increases to 25. Price increases to 6, supply increases to 30. When we join all these points, see my supply curve is sloping upwards towards the right, which is called as SS, which indicates the relationship between supply and price of a commodity is direct relationship. There is a direct relationship between price and quantity supply. So there is a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. What is the relationship? They are directly related. So here we have understood, we have learned what is law of supply. Okay. In my next video, I will be explaining what is the determinants of supply. The supply is dependent on what factors? There are 6 determinants which we will be studying, which I will be explaining in my next video. Okay.